Akademiks claims that everybody that Jay-Z dissed is unbothered.
Jay-Z's move was the freestyle. He needs another move to validate his next move. They all look at his move as not worthy enough, and they're paying it dust. If Jay gets the treatment of, oh, this is old nigga rambling, Jay has done this. He's not getting the best response. People are like, oh, okay, it's not bad. Well, you know, he had to get his shit off, but nothing is like, oh my God, this changes shit. I think he's also in a time crunch. I don't think Drake give a fuck like that. Jay was hinging on it being such a dynamite that everybody had to respond. His only response is from Oskino and also Dame Dash. He's not getting the Ye response. He's not getting the Nicki response. He's not even getting the Tory response, and Tory got nothing but time. And he definitely ain't getting the Drake response right now.
Here we are again. Akademiks is right out in front, no sleep. He's not resting, getting no shower, no shave, nothing. He's just out here at this point, I don't even know how many days straight he has been crashing out in the name of Drake. He dropped all of his other nemesis. He hasn't got a little baby. Forgot to get at Charlemagne. He's actually copping pleas about Charlemagne. Now talking about he talked to Charlemagne and made it clear that Charlemagne's beef is with Akademiks TV, aka the Grand Wizard chat guy. He wants Charlemagne to make up with him. Now he's copping a plea that he's not after Charlemagne. It's Stephen Wynn, the Grand Wizard chat, and that's who Charlemagne needs to bury the hatchet with. So now he's moving away from that front. All he's done for the last several days was completely and utterly try to find a different angle. It's literally every single morning, every single night he has a different angle. And the new angle is the people that Jay attacked in that freestyle are unbothered. This is what Akademiks is trying to tell us. He's trying to now make it that the freestyle is irrelevant because they didn't respond. Gang, imagine saying that, and here we go again, right? Remember when Kendrick didn't respond, this guy was all about, oh, well, 10 days, no Kendrick. This guy is the main guy pushing these narratives that these responses got to be super quick, 48 hours. This is that guy. Even though Drake took mad long to drop his shit when he responded. When Drake responded to like that shit was probably 3 weeks later, gang. But Akademiks doesn't care. I don't know how long it was, but it wasn't the next day, right? It wasn't the same week. Everybody takes their time with this stuff, gang. But Akademiks here, once again, is saying because Nicki Minaj, of all people, didn't respond yet, right? Kanye, of all people, didn't respond yet. Drake didn't respond. So now he's negating the whole freestyle. He's saying Jay-Z needed them to respond, gang. You got to understand what this guy's saying. Jay-Z needed them to respond because it takes away the impact. Akademiks, it didn't take no impact away. The entire game is talking about this shit every single day for 7 days straight. Every YouTuber has a video about it. Every commentator, people that ain't even in hip-hop are talking about this. It's all up and down my Twitter. I've seen more pictures. They're making AI pictures of Jay-Z getting his hair blown out. All kind of shit, gang. So this thing was a very big deal. I don't know who Akademiks thinks. Well, he gonna fool a couple people because I ain't started to realize, but you got to understand it's dumb people. They're really dumb people that don't have no dog in the fight with this hip-hop thing. They just like a few people in it. They don't really like hip-hop. They don't really like rap, but they like these certain people. So they'll listen to a guy like Akademiks who has little to no hip-hop knowledge. He doesn't stand for this culture at all. He's one of the people trying to actively tear it down. So you really got dumb people that will listen to this and get in the comments and applaud Akademiks for this nonsense. But no, Jay doesn't need them to respond. He said what he said and the whole game heard it. And we are acting accordingly. I honestly don't want to hear these people respond. Dame Dash said enough dumb shit for all of them, right? Oskino said enough for all of them. I don't need to hear Nicki Minaj's rants on substances that she don't want to tell you that she's on going crazy. I don't want to hear that shit. All it's going to do is prolong the nonsense. I guarantee you Nicki might be listening, trying to find a lawyer, gang. I'm just going to be honest. Nicki might be setting up a lawsuit. She's the same person that threw the ad at the FBI, right? When Homeboy said something about, he came at her about some rap, right? And he said basically it was a threat to out rapper. She took that threat and added the FBI, said she was in fear of her life. So I'm almost certain Nicki somewhere lawyering up. I'm just going to be honest. I would not doubt that something comes out about some type of litigation, something. Because he said something about her. He didn't say her name, but he said that lady back on that stuff again. So now she's probably trying to figure out how she can sue the guy. She already claims he owes her $20 million off title. So she's probably not talking because they probably like, you can't say nothing. Just let this play out. Let us do our job, because this is what they do. That side love to sue. Okay? Kanye, when the last time, first of all, I told you Kanye he's in another one that is in some type of contract that he cannot. Kanye just signed a new record deal with a label. I think the label's called Gamma. And they help Kanye with distribution, this, that, and the third of Bully. They're in a multi-million-dollar deal. And Kanye has not said one word on social media. That leads me to believe that Kanye can't. This is Kanye. Okay? This ain't that much sorry in the world that Kanye can't tweet nothing. He can't talk about nothing. I think Kanye is in a mandated gag order to not comment on anything the slightest controversial, because he cannot ruin the deal. Kanye has never been this quiet ever. Right? And when he did, it wouldn't take this long to already have said something crazy and mess up whatever you got going on. I believe that label has something going on where Kanye can't respond to Jay-Z right now. Okay? So that's why, in my opinion, I think both of them this is a legal reason they haven't said nothing. Okay? Jaguar Wright has responded. I don't even know what she said, gang. I didn't read it, didn't listen to it. I am a person who is devoid of all I got like it's like a firewall. You know how computers have firewall? I got a firewall on all things Jaguar Wright. Put it up years ago. Don't listen to her shit. Don't talk to me. I did one video on Jaguar Wright. I said Jaguar Wright is, I believe I said schizophrenic. I got one video on Jaguar Wright. Put up the firewall. Don't know what she said. Don't want to know. Right? So I don't listen to Jaguar Wright, just so you people know. Okay? So she did respond. Don't know what she said. It's usually nonsense anyway. Right? So I want to read this article because Akademiks has been scrambling. When you say people are scrambling and people are spiraling, Akademiks is scrambling and spiraling. Every single day, Akademiks low-key look like he drunk and high. He look like something's going on where I think Adderall or something's kicking in, because he's so animated about this. 5-6 days later, he's still coming up with these narratives that it's looking like something's going on with that something's keeping him awake. I'm just going to be honest, but let me read this. DJ Akademiks claims Jay-Z's diss targets don't care about his freestyle, by Gabriel Brosnan-Verez for HotNewHipHop.com. Akademiks continues to blast Jay-Z's Roots Picnic freestyle, arguing Drake, Nicki Minaj, Kanye West, and others aren't worried about Hov. Hov didn't rap this for them to be worried about them. This was a public lashing, and they got lashed publicly, and the entire world is laughing at them. They're trying to make light of Jay's hair and his clothes and this, that, and the third, but it's really not working because this freestyle is still out there and people still talking about it. Let me continue. Jay-Z is still in the conversation thanks to his Roots Picnic set, where his freestyle dissing a slew of opponents caused some controversy. Many fans really enjoyed the whole thing and hope that there's more smoke on the way, whereas others were not that impressed and find this is meager. DJ Akademiks is firmly in the latter camp as he doubled down during a recent live stream. Now you gotta understand, Akademiks jumps out in front of these things and ends up getting embarrassed, and he ends up getting the people that he's trying to defend, he gets them embarrassed too. Do you remember when Akademiks went ape shit, double time crazy, when Drake had dropped Taylor Made and push-ups, and Akademiks was going crazy, telling Kendrick to drop, and telling Kendrick, you taking too long, you on the clock, work this guy up, and then all of a sudden we heard them superpowers being neutralized, and out of nowhere, everything changed, and the whole narrative spun around, and most people saying, I want to say 50-60% were saying that the battle was over just off euphoria, right? A lot of people was like, battle over, end of the day. But he kept going, and Akademiks kept pumping this guy up to do this, that, and the third. And none of it worked. right? It just got worse and worse for the bubble bath rapper, and Akademiks put him in a really bad predicament when he dropped Family Matters, and then K-Dot dropped right in the middle of Family Matters previewing 20 minutes later. Then that was all because Akademiks wouldn't shut his mouth up. But right now, he's right here again, hyping up something that none of these guys got nothing for Jay, none of them. But he's hyping it up like they do. In what world, this version of Nicki, this version of Kanye, and this version of Drake with this cat in the hat shit he's saying, any of them got any bars for Jay, let me know. I don't see it. Let me continue. As caught by DJ Akademiks TV on Instagram, right? The commentator claimed whole targets in the freestyle don't actually care about the disses. These include Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Kanye West, as most other targets did actually respond to the shots. Ak also suggested the general public's reception to the freestyle hasn't been exactly glowing. Ak is lying to you. But this is what Ak does. Ak will openly lie to you because he knows it doesn't matter. Everybody on his side will believe it. And the people who are not on his side, they're going to bitch about it. But it doesn't matter because nothing can happen to him. He doesn't have to be accountable for anything. Ak will sit up there and tell you a bald-faced lie and just keep talking like he never said it. Ak knows that this freestyle is a problem. Or you wouldn't have been crashing out for 5-6 days, Ak. Let's just keep it a buck. Let me continue. Quote, he needs another move to validate his next move. They all look at his move is not worthy enough. Okay, Ak, sure. Okay. He's not getting the best response. Not bad. He had to get his shit off. Nothing was like, oh my God, this changes shit. Jay was hinging on it being such a dynamite that everybody had to respond. His only response is from Moschino and also Dame Dash and allegedly Jaguar Wright. Okay, so listen. You can't act unbothered when you're crashing out. You've come up with every case scenario why this thing doesn't matter. If it didn't matter, you wouldn't be talking about it, Ak. You're going on a week straight of talking about this thing. You're wild-eyed. You're the professor in Back to the Future right now. You're the doc. You're wild-eyed. You're just crazy right now. 1.21 gigawatts, like you're on some other shit. Gang, you're bugging out right now. You're out of control. You haven't slept, dog. Get some sleep. Like, let's be honest. You can't say it don't matter when you're here again. Let me continue. He's not getting that gay response. He's not even getting the Tory response. And Tory got nothing but time. Didn't they take Tory Lanez' studio out of it? I could be wrong. But Tory Lanez used to record, and I believe that they took the studio out of his thing. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But at the end of the day, first of all, why would he jump out and respond so fast? Why wouldn't he take his time and let it cook and think about the shit? That's how people lose battles, when they jump out too fast and try to manipulate the shit with some nah, right? You're gonna follow through. Then they get the ass beat. So why would you expect a man and judge to already have respond? Let me continue. He goes, Tory got nothing but time, and he definitely ain't getting a Drake response right now. You looking like a dog barking at the moon. People start questioning if your power or your voice hits the same. He wanted Nicki to start talking about his kids again, threatening him. Nicki has not responded. Perhaps your voice just isn't that thing that makes the needle move no more. Ak, just imagine if he already hit Nicki with a cease and desist a couple months ago. Remember that? There was the rumor that she was told in no uncertain terms, you keep talking and it's going to be a problem. Y'all don't remember that? That rumor? Maybe she can't talk about the guy. Ak, did you think about that? Ak didn't think about that. Okay? Maybe Drake don't know what to say yet. Drake is trying to worry about Janice STFU. I don't think he got time to be going that whole, and he definitely don't want to repeat. And Ak, what was you doing? You got to understand what Ak was doing when the thing first dropped. Ak talks out both sides of his ass. Ak was begging Drake to not respond. Okay, you don't understand what you're dealing with. Ak is a certified psycho. He was begging Drake not to respond 3 days ago. And now he's telling Drake hasn't responded. You're irrelevant. This is how they think, gang. You have to understand what you up against. Ak will say on Tuesday, Drake, you too big to respond. Don't even respond. Then by Friday, Ak will say, you see, Drake ain't even respond. You ain't relevant. What's the dirt that Ak was saying? They don't want another repeat of what happened with Dot. They just want to enjoy Iceman. They don't want to smoke. And now by Friday, Ak is saying, you ain't getting no smoke from nobody. You're not relevant. And some of these guys that follow, first of all, to follow Ak, you gotta be tapped. To sit and watch these streams, something gotta be wrong with you. And then at the simple fact, the people that listen to this guy, they just as flighty as him. They believe this dumb shit, and they ride with any narrative Akademiks make, whether it makes sense or not. And it don't make no sense. So let me continue. In addition to Dame Dash and Oskino clapping back, another response to Jay-Z came from Jaguar Wright, who was a former affiliate of The Roots. She blasted Questlove for his loyalty to the Rock Nation mogul, despite Jay allegedly minimizing the career of Black Thought. And also questioned why Jay hasn't said anything about Diddy. What's he supposed to say about Diddy? He already filed paperwork saying that we ain't friends like y'all making it out to be. He already said that. He said we had a business relationship. I wasn't chilling with him, doing no freak off, this, that, and the third. Jaguar Wright don't want you to say that. She don't want you to know that because she don't care about the facts. This is why I got a firewall against Jaguar Wright. I don't listen to nothing she says. I see videos with her on and I keep scrolling. Don't watch them. Don't click them. I need the rest of my brain cells, gang. I'm trying to live a long life. So let me continue. But as far as the blockbuster names like Young Money Alum and Ye, there hasn't been a peep at press time. We'll see if that changes, if Akademiks is right. But then fans would debate about a hypothetical lack of response, what that would even mean. A hypothetical lack of response, what would that even mean? Gang, let me just say this. Akademiks is spiraling. Akademiks is a paid hitman that goes out here and he seeks the Grand Wizard chat guy from Akademiks TV as well. They're doing hit pieces on Jay for a week straight, and then only to try to tell you that Jay don't matter. You don't do hit pieces on people that don't matter. Just like Poetic Flacco did a hit piece on me, but he claims I don't know him, so he don't matter. But he does a whole video about me, okay? So at the end of the day, when people matter, you got to try to take them out, but you got to try to act like they don't matter at the same time. Act right now is very bothered. He's come up with every case scenario, and he's going to go another week trying to bring Jay down and bring down the heat of this freestyle. He's laughing and smiling while he does it because he knows it's ridiculous, but he knows these people are dumb enough to believe him. And they are. Right? Stupid is and stupid does. You sitting there watching this nigga all day, you probably stupid too. Just gonna be honest. So, end of the day, man, I don't watch Akademiks for those. ASCII, his clips come up in my timeline, and they always have something goofy in them that's gonna feed us over here. Where we can eat a lot of spaghettis or oodles or noodles too. Okay? Pop them cans of raviolis and all that. Right? Banana cream pie and all this, that, and the third. And Jello pudding pops and whatever else. So, we get to eat good food because Akademiks is dumb. Okay, so this is why we talk about this stuff, because it feed the family, right? How Jay say, hey, the family, gang. It's all about the family, right? Ain't no whatever if the family feuds, right? End of the day, I'm out of here, man. Let me know what you think in the comments, right? Do you think that Ak has any? But some of you guys gonna say Ak is right. I've seen it already. Already seen you guys. Ak got a point. You got a point, gang. Please miss me with that shit. But whatever you want to say in the comments, we'll see it. Okay, not saying you're gonna get a response if you're saying stupid shit, but we'll probably see it. Okay, end of the day, listen, I'm out of here, man. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Every Wednesday night, we go live on the West Show, me, TJ, and Flares. Tap in on my social media platforms about 9:15, 9:30. Also, I got a Patreon page up. Over 200 members already. You can sign up for free. And I put up exclusive stuff for members that are subscribed, okay? Last but not least, Peanut Butter Tim's new music video featuring me, TJ, and Flares. And I got a new interview. My first interview of my legendary interview series. It is with TJ. Lock in and watch that. It's a very good interview. Take some time to watch it and hit the like button and share it if you do like it, okay? Listen, man, I'm out of here. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for 1 game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin, with the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin, and then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.